Hello everybody, welcome back to Blackjack. I'm Blackjack Gaviani, and I have done a bunch of audio tests for this, but I'm more concerned about the video feedback. The audio is consistently good. The video keeps sticking. Like, it'll show me in the preview moving my hand around or moving my head around, and when I play it back, it'll just be frozen, and I don't know why. I don't know what causes that. I don't know what's making it do anything, and I don't know what to do to fix it. However, the audio is good. Yeah. Anyway, before we get started, I want to address a few things. I heard their explanation for why this wasn't Broly versus Asura, and I still do not understand it. Their rationale seemed to be that Asura doesn't have a whole lot of canon to draw from, because you can finish his game in like an afternoon. You can finish all of Broly's canon in an afternoon. I think he has even less. I just don't get it. I just don't understand their rationale for this. It just doesn't seem to wash for me.
Sponsored by Warner Bros. Pictures and HBO Max. Wonder Woman 1984 in theaters and HBO Max by access just like me.
I don't remember much about 84. I was, 3.5/4.
As primal as the ground we walk on and the air we breathe, anger can keep us alive or doom us forever.
Yeah.
On that fun note, let's jump into our season finale. First up is the
No.
incredible.
Oh, yeah. Have you guys ever watched the Green Scorpions, like top 10 barbarians in video games? It's really good, and he caps it off with a brilliant monologue as to the power of anger and how it can even be helpful for us. Anger is what helps us fight injustice. So, yeah.
Marvel's
Get angry.
World-breaking machine. Then there's Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan from Dragon Ball. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Oh, God.
And it's
The
our
old
job to analyze
version.
their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Already?
The best
Oh, for
RPG
cracking
on
ice.
PC is seconds away.
Come on. Now.
Young Bruce Banner was a genius and the son of nuclear physicist Brian Banner, who was just the absolute shittiest dad ever, complete with mom murdering and super baby slapping.
So, they had no CPS at this point?
The parental abuse internalized itself as a second personality, an angry, childlike brute that just wanted to be left alone. Even with that angry shadow in his head, Bruce grew up to be a leader in the study of gamma radiation. So, like a total
I thought he was
probably got beat up all
bigger
the
than
time.
8
He
feet.
had that covered.
Really
During
likes
the
fucking.
gamma bomb test, Bruce was caught in the blast zone and absorbed enough radiation to, well, die. Except he kind of didn't. Well, not permanently. Instead,
Not
the bomb
permanently,
opened
yeah.
a door that let Bruce's alternate personality step into the world. Thus,
Cool.
using his anger, Bruce Banner transformed into the Incredible Hulk. The Hulk is
That's
the
a
strongest
hell of a
person
sound to
in all
make.
of Marvel. He can lift a 150 billion ton mountain,
He's
shatter
not
asteroids
happy.
twice the size of Earth, leap into orbit from the ground, and even mess with the fabric of reality by punching. Whatever a time storm is.
Jeez, I know Superboy Prime did that, but
Break time. The Hulk's absurd power is tied to his rage. The
Yeah.
angrier he gets, the stronger he becomes. And according to almighty gods like the Beyonder, the dude's got no known upper limit. Though, to be fair, his body can't always keep up and will revert to Banner under too much pressure. Or
Wow.
too many puppies. Emotions like rage are governed by an area of the brain known as the hypothalamus, which controls Bruce's transformation. If it's
Interesting.
damaged, his life could be put in jeopardy, like when Hawkeye pierced it with a special arrow Bruce himself designed.
Wow.
I think the Hulk's a total tank who can keep fighting for days on end. Nothing short of
So how did he come back from that?
enough to
Does he have
taking
regenerative
He
powers?
does take damage. His body
Oh,
will
yeah.
heal almost instantly.
Oh, there we
His
go.
flesh has been vaporized or he's been cut into literal pieces. The Hulk
Yikes.
can adapt to any environment imaginable, whether that's just straight up holding energy or surviving the depths of space. He's even battled the warrior god Thor, who
Bye.
has thousands of years of combat experience and is fast enough to cross the universe in about 5 seconds. Nearly
Dang.
300 quadrillion times the speed of light. No wonder
Impressive.
the world's so scared of him. He's a green apple flavored behemoth of destruction with the mind of a cranky 4-year-old. While the classic Savage Hulk persona may be a childish brute, there are several, maybe even thousands of other personalities cooped up within Banner's shattered psyche. Joe Fixit is a street smart bouncer.
Oh my.
Green is a super genius, and the Devil Hulk is the father figure Bruce never had.
Aw.
You can eat Hulk Emporium in Bruce's brain. We got your Dark Hulk, Mindless Hulk, Hulk Squared, and Claw, which is basically just Sad Hulk. It's kind of dumb. Despite seeing his human half as weak, Hulk
Aren't they all
and
kind of
Bruce
Savage
fight
Hulk?
against a cruel, uncaring world under a new persona, the Green Scar. He brought a world war to Earth and tore the superhero community a new asshole.
The
And
Green
by finally
Scar.
letting go of puny Banner, the Hulk became the unstoppable force everyone's always feared. A world breaker. World is underselling it. The Savage
All
Hulk
right.
obliterated an entire universe with a thunderclap and bloodied Hyperion with a single punch. The same Hyperion who survived the collision of 2 universes unscathed. Which
Thank
begs the
you.
question,
Okay, I was gonna say I have no idea who Hyperion is.
Maximum.
Okay, I am going to just a moment. Ah, good. Okay, it actually paused instead of, and unpaused instead of stopping everything. Okay,
Collision of 2 universes unscathed, which begs the question.
why is
how much
it?
more powerful
Why
is
am I
the
not
Hulk
getting any?
at his
Oh,
maximum? This one's all on me, Wiz. So
There.
Hulk was once with this chick, Umar, ruler of the Dark Dimension. Spooky. Hulk could only match her strength for 6 minutes, but he made
I
up for
see.
it in round 2 when he came back as the Green Scar and kept Hulk smashing for hours.
my.
It's likely they went until dawn. That's a 12-hour session of Hulk smashing at most. My man. Well, that would make the Green Scar 120 times stronger than the Savage Hulk. Multiplying that by the energy of the 2 colliding universes would yield 960 duovigintillion joules.
Vigintillion?
All that from a single battle? Battle? Oh, sweet summer child Wiz. That's not the kind of smashing I meant. You've got to be kidding me. I think I just invented a new field of science. The science of the
No, sexology is already a thing, dude.
Nuts. And you're right, because it's Saint magic.
This is gonna bring out my rage. I'm about to unleash my rage, as Hugh from Black and White 2 says. Quillfish kid.
Turns out, Gamma is actually directly connected to energy from hell, drawn from
All right.
the ultimate satanic being, the one below all. By using his powers, the Hulk is literally channeling the devil. It's also what kept him alive all these years.
Makes sense.
Every time Bruce dies, his soul is sent to hell and can resurrect. Once returned to the world, his body will heal from whatever killed him. The dude literally can't die. And after a
Yikes.
journey into the lowest plane of hell, the Hulk even faced off against the one below all and the ghost of his father. In the greatest therapy session of all time, he thunderclapped those 2 assholes to smithereens.
Yay!
Cathartic. From one man with crippling daddy issues to another. Well done, sir. What else can you say but incredible? The Saiyans, a brutal alien race of interstellar conquerors.
You know, you just know the average Saiyan probably
These
smells really
famous
bad.
warriors are defined by 3 things: their tenacity, their pride, and their rage, which fuels their world-destroying power. And no Saiyan can get even close to as pissed off as Broly.
Sweet.
Despite being of low birth, the infant Broly was considered a
Age
prodigy by
48.
scientists due to his impossible
9'10"? Good God.
enough to survive a planetary explosion. What? Over 9,000? Alright, I'm sorry, I got it out of my system. Anyway, baby Broly was growing up.
I try to decide whether or not it'd be worth it to avoid any Team 4 Star references during this, but
Now everyone complains
He's so dumb, but he's so cool, but he's so dumb.
That's the original story, but
Yeah,
the
see,
new
but
movie, that's no longer canon. However,
yeah,
despite
it's no longer canon as he looks at the camera.
both of these Brolys are essentially the same character in different situations.
Yeah.
The 2018 one is our primary source here.
He's got the same basic powers, right?
Similar Saiyans like Kale for more info.
Whether it be jealousy for his own son or genuine fear of Broly's potential, Vegeta, the king, not the prince, abandoned Broly to a hellish backwater.
The whole comment was full of
with only
fucking
his
smart
father
ass.
Argus as
The
company.
comment section.
Just in time for Vegeta to get nuked. The planet, not the king. Well,
And the king.
too. All thanks to the alien tyrant Frieza. Nice job getting rid of your crazy strong Saiyan, baby. Idiot.
Ironically, after decades of
Dipstick.
isolation, Broly and Paragus were found by Frieza and drafted into his army to eliminate the Saiyans on Earth. Goku and Vegeta, the prince, not the planet, or the king.
We finally got back to him, huh?
Angry Saiyans. This guy's a gentle giant who would rather play with his big green alien dog than fight anybody.
Hey.
Paragus molded Broly into a deadly warrior whether he liked it or not. Like most Saiyans, Broly
I wonder if they get
is key
to do the
a
video
constant
game
life
footage.
force as an energy to enhance his
Like, is that just
physicality.
one of their staffers?
Fired from his hands in a super laser beam.
Broly's bread and butter is his eraser cannon, a green fastball that'll cross thousands of miles in seconds and vaporize planets.
He can
Cool.
barf lasers with his gigantic roar, shower the landscape
Gigantic
with blaster
eraser.
beams, or
I know
just
where to buy a few of
murder
those.
people with his gigantic orgasm.
Gigantic Omega Storm.
Oh, that makes more sense. I'm gonna rename my dick that.
His most powerful technique, though, is a small key bolt that Broly can feed to rapidly grow in size.
Oh, they didn't have the line from the original preview, which is like, I thought you called it the righteous indignation. It's like, oh, I'm surprised you remembered that.
The Omega Blaster.
Broly's arsenal isn't just blowing.
No, the righteous indignation is what you call a vehicle.
Flight, telekinesis, and paralysis.
Despite being stuck in the space boonies all his life, he's an adaptable fighter who can match seasoned veterans.
Well, that's probably
He
why.
learns as he fights, and while most Saiyans get stronger every time they almost die, the Bromeister's strength is tied to his emotions, aka the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets.
Nice.
Doesn't that sound familiar?
These power boosts are so great, he can match transformations like the Super Saiyan without even needing to transform.
But no,
Interesting.
He can do that too. His wrath state roids him up and makes him as strong as a Saiyan Great Ape without all the fur or the shedding.
Much to Frieza's chagrin, though, Broly had never
Or smelling
learned
even
to
worse.
Super Saiyan and could not compete with Goku and Vegeta's stronger forms.
Solution? Murder Broly's dad to get him to transform.
Shit, another one.
That are mixed,
Come on.
animal and machine.
Shut up.
Despite the physical abuse he suffered at his father's hands, Paragus was still the only family Broly had, and losing that drove him over the edge.
That's basically what happened to me when my dad left. Except I turned
Just
into a
right out the
super alcoholic.
Although Broly didn't turn into a typical Super Saiyan.
You're welcome.
Broly's new form was actually a Super Saiyan C-type. This is an
C-type.
unleashed version of the repressed Super Saiyan A-type, which are both precursors of the B-type.
Daddy, you're going out for cigarettes again?
Oh, God.
Okay, I'll see you when you get back. Goodbye. Goodbye. I love you.
No Sarge voice.
Paying attention?
Yeah. The Super Saiyan Vitamin C form has the perfect energy control and let him wail on Frieza for over an hour.
Nice.
This time I mean wail as in fight.
Right. Broly's power was so
And you
immense,
better.
Goku, of all people, turned tail and run.
Goku was able to clash with Lord Beerus with enough force to potentially destroy all of Universe 7, a humongous cosmic
Interesting.
structure shown in this symbolic model.
Making the Dragon Ball universe 9 times larger than our own. Based
See,
on
the thing is,
start
it
with
makes it
Super
look
Black,
smaller to
Goku
depict it like that.
1 times faster than light.
And after that, Goku became that powerful in his base form. Imagine how much
Nice.
stronger he was at Super Duper Pooper Scooper Saiyan.
Or when fused with Vegeta into the almighty Gogeta, a being many
Exact
times more
power
powerful
of
than the sum
fusion
of
is
his parts.
unknown, but base form Gogeta performed noticeably better. Define noticeably better, though.
Broly got into a dick measuring contest with a friggin' Super Saiyan squared.
Cool,
His
cool.
rage, he became the warrior of myth, destined to appear once every 1,000 years.
Cool.
The legendary Super Saiyan.
As a broccoli-haired freak, legendary Broly's power is so great that he needs to constantly let it out, or else he might self-destruct. I guess you could say his
Interesting.
power is maximum.
Oh god, is that where that comes from?
That includes beings capable of shaking an infinite void.
I knew TFS didn't make that, you know, Broly's power is maximum thing up, but I didn't know exactly where it came from. Shattered walls between multiple realities. Nice.
Timelines.
In his original timeline, the Brawl survived his energy exploding out of him all at once, and in canon, he took dozens of attacks from Gogeta Blue without
Oh,
any visible
he has
damage
sensu
after
beam.
fighting
Nice.
for hours.
His power comes at a cost, though. In
Now,
his
here's
presented
something, just a little bit about sensu beans. Has Bulma ever tried to, like, reverse engineer them to create them artificially? I mean, even if it failed, it would be, you know, which it probably would, simply for plot purposes. It would be interesting to at least have a reference of that, because that's something that would be valuable to look into, to try to copy their healing abilities. And it would probably be valuable to humans to even have, like, a failed one. Like, because, like, something that worked slowly, or, you know, over time. Or even just, you know, filled you up or something. Because I think that'd be really interesting to get into, like, even if it's just, like, a side reference. It's like, oh yeah, I tried studying those a few years ago and I didn't learn much, but, you know, it was worth a shot. Fill out the universe a little bit.
Just as strong, but far more skilled.
And after taking enough damage, his rage will hit its limits, and his power will fizzle out quick. He can even get knocked into weaker forms.
Broly
Interesting.
did lose his fight with Gogeta
So he's like a Digimon that way.
But with new friends at his side to support him and a new rival to teach him to temper his fury,
That expression he's
Saiyan
given.
Outcast finally got what his father could never give him: a family.
Oh, but that means he has even more to lose. So watch out, because this Super Saiyan's temper is legendary.
Thought you were gonna say is maximum.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, if you want some more earth-shattering action,
No.
check out Wonder Woman 1984.
This
Shut.
episode's Death Battle is sponsored by
Shut.
fight scenes and a few surprises.
I mean, I know I'm excited to see her swing on. Movie will have something for everyone to enjoy. This
One, I'm excited to see it safely on
Silencio.
days from its theatrical release in the U.S. only at no extra cost to subscribe.
Hush.
But right now, it's time for a death battle.
About time. Well, let's see here. Just from a meta standpoint, it seems like Broly would have the upper hand just because they gave specific numbers for Hulk. They didn't for Broly. Not as many. But, again, they have, you know, that's just how they write things sometimes. So it's no good really trying to figure out if that's, you know, meaningful or not. I did read something earlier that may have been a spoiler. Someone said something like Broly wins just because he can set off volcanic eruptions just from his mere presence. But I don't know if that was an actual spoiler or if they were just spitballing. So, yeah. You know how that is. You know how that is. Okay, so goodness. So that number they gave is probably bigger than Novem Decillion from the Mega Man Battle Royale, right? The number that I'm not even going to attempt to try to find. Okay, let's just enjoy the battle. Yeah? Deers! What smells like deer? Sorry!
Hey, spiky hair man, what's this
So Hulk just talks him into fighting. There we go. And I guess fight at any point here. I don't know though, of all the reasons to fight, you scared away these deer that were close to me is, well, puny. Alright, alright. I like how they're referencing Hulk's death in the previous battle. So they're admitting that... Oh no! So are they admitting that their previous Hulk battle was wrong? I mean, he still probably wouldn't have much of a way to kill Darkseid, or... No, not Darkseid. Doomsday. But at the same time, Doomsday really wouldn't be able to kill him, so... It looks like a lotus. Like, that looks like that would be some intensely symbolic thing going on. Sweet. Thunderclap is always cool. Hulk is hampered in space, though, isn't he? Like, he was saying it's cold and he can't move as well. But it looks like they're going around more planets. Oh, I love that they're just having him do all this. Ooh, there we go. Was that the planet with the deer? Yeah! Yeah, see, we never got much information on how he destroyed South Galaxy, was did they? This is beyond any sort of triggering volcanoes point. I mean, they're fighting through dimensions here. An ad? Why? Uh-oh, he reverted his base form. Shut up! Oh my god, why would they do this? Ooh! Is that gonna be enough, though? Oh, the deers are there!
This just in, breaking news. Local area Saiyan literally too angry to die.
The Hulk had numerous advantages over Broly. He was far more experienced, slightly faster, and potentially smarter depending on which Hulk was in charge.
Yeah.
Since the Hulk's fight for control in Bruce's mind, it wasn't guaranteed he'd get one of the geniuses. Still,
Interesting.
his healing factor was nuts. Broly wasn't gonna put him down with anything less than complete annihilation.
Fortunately for Broly, compared
Oh,
to
come
his
on.
unbelievable
You
power,
can't...
the Hulk came
You
up
can't
short.
say that and not
They
do
were
the...
thinking, Hulk could destroy a universe 120 times over. While Goku could only manage a lowly 9.
But that was base Goku's strength. Broly's
Yeah.
maximum, no pun intended, was far greater.
Yeah,
Let's lay down some
definitely.
numbers.
As a legendary Super Saiyan, Broly was stronger than Super Saiyan Gogeta and took hits from Gogeta Blue without even bleeding.
Based on the dissection,
Nice.
the blonde Super Saiyan 3 form is about 400 times greater than Goku's base.
Huh.
Applied to Goku's new base in Dragon Ball Super, he would already be 30 times more powerful than World Breaker Hulk.
And
Interesting.
that's before factoring in Super Saiyan Blue and Gogeta, which are way stronger than Super Saiyan 3.
With this in mind, legendary Super Saiyan Broly is thousands, possibly millions of times stronger than the World Breaker we've seen.
All
While the
right.
Hulk's strength can keep him
How does he stack up to Asura?
be able to catch up before being overwhelmed. After all, there have been multiple times when the strain on Hulk's body turned him back into Banner.
With that big of a power difference, there's no
So they
way
both
the same
do, yeah.
wouldn't happen here. Even stuff like breaking
Yeah, Hulk could not drain Broly of his ki to depower him. Interesting. I mean, Broly could drain Broly of his ki,
space and time is nothing
right?
new to Broly and other Dragon Ball characters.
And don't misunderstand the Hulk's encounter with the One Below All. There's no evidence he directly overpowered actual Satan, just dispersed his cloudy avatar.
Hulk
I
even
see.
said he was just doing that to buy time.
Broly's flight allowed him greater maneuverability and area control, plus he could attack at a distance with ki. When Hulk did close that gap, Broly's force field and paralysis protected him up close.
And it's
I love that they
unlikely Hulk would land a lucky
killed
blow
him in the
as
same
their
way that they
heroics
killed him in the
advanced
previous
from
battle.
who's millions of times
And then it
stronger
was just
than
like,
Hulk.
hey,
You get the
stop
idea.
that.
That leads us to our last and most important question. Could Broly bypass Hulk's immortality to put him down and take the win? Surprisingly, yes.
Whenever the Hulk or Bruce die, his healing factor kicks in to fix whatever wound killed him in the first place.
Meaning he still needs some element of his physical body that can heal itself in order to come
Many years. Interesting.
back to life. The hypothalamus is key to this. Once it was destroyed by Hawkeye and his special arrow, Bruce took months to come back from the dead.
I see.
With Broly's incredible power, there was no doubt he could vaporize Hulk and leave nothing left to heal.
It looks from the position of his arm like he's still alive.
The
Like,
Hulk was an incredible
it would
opponent, but the legendary Super
take
Saiyan's boundless power, arena control, range of
longer than
techniques,
that for
and Saiyan rage spelled the end for the
rigor
announced
mortis to
Jolly
kick
Green
in.
Giant.
This incredible fight was insane.
The winner is Broly.
Alright, so that continues the whole thing of only 2 Dragon Ball characters ever having lost a death battle. Because the thing is, people say that Death Battle has a bias against it because one of those was Goku twice. And it's like, the only other one to lose was Boo. It's like, every other Dragon Ball character has won. I really want to see Krillin in a battle. I think that would be really fun, and I know a lot of people say, Saitama, and honestly, I think Saitama would win that, but Krillin would be able to take many hits from it.
Boomstick. A strange green man in a zoot suit left a letter for you.
Oh no!
Sounds legit. Give me. Dad?
Thank you so much for watching this season finale to one of the honestly best years we've ever had. And next season, we'll be celebrating 10 years of Death Battle.
I heard
Some of the
Cloud
best
is gonna
and
return.
wildest episodes we've ever done.
Okay. I heard Mikasa's gonna be in one. Yeah, there's Cloud. March 7th. Oh wow, they're taking a longer break than usual. No. That was the one that kind of broke me. Rather, the announcement of it was the one that kind of broke me because I dressed up as Kefka for it. All leading up to it. All of my reactions prior to that, I'd been like, okay, come on, Kefka versus Sephiroth. Kefka versus Sephiroth. And then they're like, Sephiroth versus Virgil. And I'm like, no! So now who the heck does that leave? Kafka versus Marks? From what I understand, Marks wins that. Kafka versus Luca Blight? From what I understand, Kafka absolutely stomps Luca Blight into the dirt. Kafka versus my incredibly destructively overpowered original character, who unfortunately gets his power from someone else, so that would be considered outside help. It would be very difficult to have some of my OCs in a death battle. I think the sorceress is probably the only one that actually could, because she's where everyone's power comes from. So, but I can't talk too much about that because I want to get it published. Yeah, I actually stayed up till 5 this morning working on another chapter, so little chapter, I say. I just write in little excerpts, and I'm really trying to find a script writer. Because I want to turn it into an anime. It'd be awesome. Anyway. So yeah, that went about as well as could be expected. I mean, that person did say the winner, but that it seemed like they just kind of guessed. I still, again, do not understand why it wasn't Broly versus Asura. I think that would have been a much closer fight. Aren't one above all and one below all supposed to be way stronger? They're supposed to be like multiversal. Way stronger compared to the Abrahamic gods that they're supposedly, that they get compared to. Or Abrahamic figures, I should say. Yeah, isn't that kind of how it goes? They're like way stronger, and the only thing above, or I guess below them, is the actual writers who are canon to the series that they're. Or is that Marvel that does that, or is that DC, where it's like the actual people that make the comics are vaguely known to the characters, and they're like some unknowable uber god or something like that. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I hope you guys do. I swear, it always looks like this tooth is like really out of whack, but it isn't. Like, it's an optical illusion. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna go, and I will see you guys in March, apparently. I hope they do like some DBX and Death Race and stuff like that. Death Race was fun, and I really wish my reactions to it hadn't been borked. Because, like I said, I did watch all of them, I did do a reaction to all of them, but the video corrupted literally 10 seconds in. So I had to restage my reaction to the reveal of, Beerus versus Galaxia. Not fake, restage. It was as close as I could possibly come. Just off my memory and everything. Yeah. There is a difference. I had someone tell me the other day that, it was on a reaction video. It was Maximilian Dude reacting to the announcement for Bayonetta 3. And someone was all like, oh, this is so fake. Watch the Fine Bros for real reactions. Like, one, the Fine Bros are shit. They tried to copyright the very idea of reactions and force everyone else to pay them if they did any reactions. It's like, no. And two, heaven forbid people have genuine emotion expressed in different ways. Like, my genuine reaction to, it was also Bayonetta when she got revealed for Smash Bros, was to jump around the room and was like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. And if you go back in my archives, you will not find that. Because I was not recording reaction videos yet. I wouldn't start doing that for a few more months. There was just me in my room folding laundry. And it's like, yeah. It just, like, that was my genuine reaction. And some bullshit would have come along and declared it fake. Just because they would have been like, oh, you're new, you're trying to get views, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, this is just how it came out. So if I ever seem underwhelmed by anything, if I ever seem like I'm laying it on thick, or anything like that, I don't do that. Like, I don't downplay or upplay. I mean, I kind of, like, I may emphasize, like, I'll try to keep myself talking, but it'll just be the same thoughts that's going through my head as regular, And I know I've talked more about the art of reacting than I have about the actual video. So, I am going to see you guys in 3 months. And that's going to be freaking awesome. So, goodness. Okay, so I didn't see Mikasa, but people said her. It's probably going to be versus some version of Spider-Man, because that's who everyone keeps comparing her to. Cloud, I don't know. I just hope it's not a rematch with Link. Link honestly had no business fighting Cloud in the first place. If he's fighting a Final Fantasy lead, it should be either Furion or Warrior of Light. Furion would probably be best for the, if their emphasis is the massive array of skills with various weapons, while Warrior of Light would be the whole, chosen by the gods sort of character. We need to get Final Fantasy people in here who aren't from 7. I mean, I'll take, Lightning, I'll take Noctis, but, we all know that my heart is with the before 7. Or 9. I mean, we could have a Monkey Boy show up in here at some point. Bear in mind, there's 2 of those I'm talking about. There are 2 Monkey Boys. People are just thinking, oh yeah, well, the main character. Who's the other one? Okay, do you remember the main character's brother? Just saying. Shit, that could have been a pun. I mean, there are kind of Saiyan puns to be made there. Okay, alright, I'm going to shut up. I am going to shut up. Someone did suggest a Final Fantasy main character battle royale, but I think that would be just too big. Especially since you'd also have to include Ramza from Tactics. So, yeah. I'm gonna go. I'll see you in a few months.